This is UNAIDS.
The study that really caught my eye this month was a study published in the journal Science from Kwazulu-Natal in Africa, which of course is one of the areas of the world with the highest rates of HIV anywhere. The study looked at the prevention of HIV and the impact that the rollout of antiretroviral drugs are having. We've seen previously in controlled clinical studies that antiretrovirals reduce the chance of an individual passing on HIV to his or her partner. But this is the first study that's looked at the general population, at a community-based study in the real world. For this study, they followed around 17,000 individuals in whom they had multiple HIV tests over the past 5 years. So the exciting finding of this study was that people who lived in the areas of the district where antiretroviral scale-up had been most effective were much less likely to catch HIV infection. They found a 38% reduction in the risk of acquiring HIV in the areas where coverage of antiretroviral therapy had reached 30 to 40%. The results are significant because not only are antiretroviral drugs keeping people alive, they're also having a significant prevention bonus. And at a time when we're worried about people pulling back from the antiretroviral scale-up because of resource implications, this study provides an enormous push for continuing to scale up antiretroviral treatment as part of the response. So a second study that also came out also comes from the Africa Centre in Kwazulu-Natal. Back in 2003, the devastating impact of HIV had meant that life expectancy had fallen as low as 49 years in these communities, whereas during the study and during the time of antiretroviral rollout, life expectancy increased to 60 years, a huge 11 years of extra life. And you can imagine that that's extra years for people at the prime of their lives, at the time that they're responsible for their children and looking after their families, at the time they're working and contributing to society.